Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. 12 o'clock location, we have BratOK starting as the red Terran. 9 o'clock location, we have MouzMana starting as the yellow protoss. This is on Metalopolis. And we have a preeminent protoss from Poland going up against a Russian Terran phenom. BratOK, fantastic in his aggression versus protoss, but Mana, no slouch himself. This is close position, so I'm going to favor BratOK just a little bit. Before I get completely into this commentary, though, I do want to say two things. First of all, I'm going to be gone the next couple days. So over the weekend, going to be AFK, switching apartments, and I'm not sure if my ISP is all sorted out. I'm actually kind of under that. I'm sticking with the same ISP momentarily. We'll see if things clear up. If it was just wiring at my current location, my internet has just been crushed left and right. And speaking of that, I was wondering if you guys really enjoy viewing the 1080p quality or if you actually prefer 720, because if I actually just stick to 720, I can still get IDEF files out, but a lot faster, and the uploads will actually cycle through a lot quicker as well. And I think it actually processes on YouTube a lot more rapidly on top of everything else. So just something to think about. Leave your opinion in the comments. If there's a significant portion of the community that still wants 1080p out, I'll leave 1080 up. But if you guys are like, no, I'll leave it at 720, the quality is great at 720, I'll just stick to 720. Anyway, MouzMana Gateway produced, looks like some probes just being chrono boost out, nothing insane on this end. BratOK barracks on the corner, and I think the critical thing to note for Mana is when he scouts and what information he pulls out of that scout. It looks like he does have an assimilator, but if he scouts to the south first, it would be absolutely disastrous. Currently, Gateway and Assimilator up and still no probe scout. Very dangerous, particularly against a player like BratOK. It looks like we do have a refinery snag for BratOK, so gonna have some sort of mid-game gas option. But yeah, this surprises me greatly, the fact that Mana still, okay, finally sending out a probe scout. I think this will be able to sneak in, but the thing is he's gonna lose that probe almost automatically. And perhaps that's a calculated sacrifice, but okay. Second barracks now up, first Marine, so the probe is going to be able to see this, but keep in mind, if it was at any other location, he would not have scouted in this base. The Marine would have been boxing him out. He would have no idea what's coming at him. So probe taking some initial damage is going to be able to wander up and see that there's no second gas, but 10 health left. And he does not have a lot of options for escape. This Marine's starting to hunt him down, hiding, trying to juke out, but there's already another Marine in production. In the meantime, MouzMana has that cybernetics core up. Looks like that SCV scouting everything. And the probe trying to sneak out, but no, explodes in a little puff of blue smoke. I wonder why it's blue. Actually, reactor now for BratOK, which leads me to believe with this second barracks, he's going to produce a lot of Marines. Could get a tech lab, because keep in mind, he is mining some gas. First Stalker in production, Zealot trying to chase down that SCV, trying to deny some information. It looks like that SCV is just going to be able to push out, pylon on the front. But upon seeing those two barracks, Mana is going to have to get defensive in some regard, which means an early sentry. Looks like, yeah, Tech Lab is now facilitated. It's possible we could see concussive shells, but most likely we will see a stim pack, some sort of stim pack combination rush from BratOK, particularly at close positions. I assume he's not going to give up this and say, hey, you know what, close positions, whatever, I'll just let this slide. I mean, he's an aggressive style player. 3 gates, there is a sentry now funneling out. Stalker chased this SCV quite a ways around, but it looks like he just got completely juked, and the SCV going to be able to move right in past the Zealot and see the 3 gateways. So BratOK going to be able to respond well, going to actually see the second gas being mined on top of everything else. Now this SCV probably not going to escape, but I think that information coming a lot later and therefore much more valuable, a much more noble sacrifice to compare it. Looks like with that Marauder out, an SCV and 4 Marines charging forward. BratOK actually taking an expansion as well, but if he can get a bunker down with that SCV and deny this natural expansion, yet another probe dying, he'll be in a fantastic position. The sentry can only drop a single force field, trying to get a little bit of pressure, but and that Marauder has been focus fired out, but a lot of Marines, and this is critical now. MouzMana has to press forward against what I would consider with an inferior force. More sentries just to prevent that running up the ramp. Ooh, that Stalker with a lot of health missing. Bunker about halfway finished. This is critical. More reinforcements moving forward for BratOK, just down to 4 Marines, so 3 Marines. This is huge, and too many Stalkers. He's going to have to cancel that bunker, and it looks like Mana is going to be able to establish his natural expansion, but still not a huge loss for BratOK. He needs to get a couple defensive bunkers up, actually, because despite that aggression that happened, if Mana gets aggressive here against this small attack force, he might be able to accomplish something very, very rapidly. Natural expansion is up, and looks like Mana is still holding back in the defensive position, moving up with the probe. There's that bunker preventatively, and we do have a 3rd barracks in production. rather than a factory. So very heavy infantry decision. I think this is actually the right way to go considering the proximity. And it looks like Mana deciding to get aggressive against the Aggression Master, getting a pylon hidden in that corner. Keep in mind, combat shield will be upgraded. Those Marines going to be a little bit more beefy, but still, this is a significant attack force. You've got 4 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, and 2 Zealots with only a single bunker up. If he moves in rapidly, he could stand in a really good chance, particularly because SCV's a distance away. BratOK trying to get that second bunker up, and that's going to be key. And oh, will he move forward and see this force before it moves up? Yes, he's going to see that Marine. SCVs need to pull off the line now, and it looks like they're sitting back now, pulling off the line. Oh, nice isolation with those sentries, and the bunker already down. It wasn't even filled with a lot of troops. Focus fire, Guardian Shield is up, and it looks like these troops doing really well, but the SCV's linebackering. More Zealots warping in. Second bunker being filled up. Zealots continuing to press this attack. Sentries focus firing everything, and this is definitely cutting into BratOK's economy, losing several units here. Sorry, several SCVs in that attack, also losing mining time 23 to 32, and bringing up the harvest count. Looks like BratOK a little bit ahead in minerals just because of mules right this second, but overall significant lead, at least in gas, for Mana. Mana now backing off that aggression, but still able to limit that harvester count, able to limit that harvester time, or harvesting time, I should say. So I think that was really, really valuable. In the meantime, though, concussive shells upgrading. BratOK might turn this around, flip it on its head. Looks like we do have additional gateways, actually several gateways. Wow, several gateways. Mana going to go heavy infantry himself. And again, I think a key and important decision. Let's see if these turn into warp gates and if he's able to cycle out enough troops. And this could be devastating for BratOK, actually. If he goes with this, without the medevac support, with trying to rely only on concussive shells and Stimpak, if he missed micros at all, particularly with so many sentries out in the field, Mana could just roll him over. Currently just bringing up the flat unit counts. 5 Sentries, 5 Stalkers, 3 Zealots versus 15 Marines and 6 Marauders. The supply count barely in Mana's favor, so keep in mind it is going to come down to some micromanagement if there is aggression from BratOK. BratOK is moving out, starting to press forward, catching a probe, but also headlong to rescue forces that only losing a single Marauder, and he is lucky that he did not get his army split in half and lose more on top of that. BratOK shelling up once again. Question is for how long? More gateways now facilitated, ready to produce a huge amount of troops on this high ground. And BratOK, though, he could answer very strongly. That is a lot of Marauders now getting a factory. A lot of Marauders, a lot of Marines. Keep in mind the Marines still with that combat shield upgrade, but no Stimpak, and that is going to be critical here. Zealot annihilating everything. Mana looked like he was planning on committing. Switching around, gonna wait for the Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield up, moving in. Zealots on top of the bunkers. SCVs coming off the line as well. Sentries moving around. Nice box. Oh my goodness, the Marauders having to cycle all the way around. SCVs just sitting there almost infinitely. The troops are being backed off, and that is an overwhelming infantry attack force pressing up on the ramp. But this is beautiful high ground advantage for Mana, engaging nicely. BratOK, though, it just seems he has innumerable troops pressing against this. And BratOK just taking too much economic damage, it looks like, or at least feels this is going to just charge. Smelling perhaps blood in the water. More troops moving forward, and BratOK has Mana pinned against the wall, wants this natural expansion. Getting his army split in half now. Stimpak upgraded, stimming forward into the Sentries and the Stalkers. Probes having to come off the line for Mana to try to defend this. He has 6 gateways but cannot hold back the tide. And nice, GG. BratOK smelling the advantage and executing beautifully. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Really well played by BratOK. And again, might be gone for a couple days because of the ISP switch and whatnot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Nevertheless, thank you for listening.